A proud supporter of this program, Riverbend Food Bank's vision is a hunger-free Iowa and Illinois.
Whelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematory has been serving Quad City families since 1889. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes are located in Rock Island, Milan, and Reynolds and are proud supporters of WQPT.
A safety net for preschool children and a burst of energy for the heart of Bettendorf, building a new downtown in the cities. It's the city's fastest growing city, but Bettendorf's downtown was a sleepy little part of it. Not anymore. The group trying to make the most of that change. That's coming up. But first, the start of the school year. Some kids are already far behind the others on that first day of school, but it doesn't have to be that way. What parents do now will have a huge effect on their kids' lives. And joining us is Maureen Hart, Executive Director of Project Now, and Project Now Head Start Director Marcia Siebold. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks. Head Start's been a part of Project Now for the longest time. Why is it such a critical component?
Well, we work with so many families with young children, and we want them when they enter kindergarten to just be right there, right with the other children, and maybe a step above.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, some families can't afford preschool. They can afford it, the best for their kids, and others can't. Why should they be at such a disadvantage on that first day of kindergarten?
Right, they shouldn't be at a disadvantage at all. So that's why Head Start was born out of the 60s, and we've been running the program since the 70s, and we've seen the successes over the years, and it's really a great preschool program.
Well, Marcia, some of the Head Start programs have already started for Project Now. Is it ever too late to get involved?
It's never too late. We constantly take applications. We are constantly enrolling. There seems to be a lot of mobility with families, so we can find an opening. We also have a home-based program that a lot of our parents start off with if they're not quite sure that their child's ready for that full day yet.
Project Now, of course, is based in Rock Island, but Project Now's territory is 3 major counties, Henry, Mercer, as well as Rock Island County. How important is it for rural areas, the areas that are served by rural Rock Island County as well as Henry and Mercer? How important is it for parents in that area to take part if they need the help?
I think it's very important. Those areas tend to be a little more isolating. You might have families that are spread further apart. Those children don't meet together on the corners and play. You know, the parks might be few and far between. So the socialization is a huge part of getting them ready for school. Along with just your basics. I mean, yes, we work on all the basics of the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s and the colors and shapes, but it's way more than that. It's learning how to interact with 19 other children in a classroom. It's learning how to take directions. It's learning what's safe and what's not. There's a whole multitude of things that they're going to get if they come to the classroom.
And we were talking about the fact that some families can't afford preschool. Head Start, who qualifies for this?
There are a lot of ways to qualify. Income is just one piece of that. We also take families that are what they would consider over income. Maybe a child that has a disability. There could be if they're homeless, if they're a foster child. There can even be extenuating circumstances, say something catastrophic has happened, say a death of a parent. That could even be something that on a social emotional level would make a child more at risk, and those are the kind of children that we try to help.
This dovetails perfectly into Project Now's mission because not only is it involving children, but it also involves adults, parents, child raising.
That's exactly right. You know, the Head Start staff are really wonderful with working with the whole family because that child has goals to enter kindergarten successfully, but mom and dad have their own goals. And so we have family service workers who work with the families to achieve the family goals as well.
Well, and we've always said that, you have a child born and there's no manual on how to raise a kid. That's not so true anymore. I mean, you can have help when it comes to raising a child.
You can.
Yeah, because I mean, I was going to just point out, because you've got home-based programs, you've got, you monitor the children's progress, but you also have a way of helping parents become better parents.
Right. So there's all kinds of things in society that can help you, but I smile because I think most parents with a newborn child still feel very much like there's no manual.
Absolutely.
Because I think that's universally true.
I think you're right. You're absolutely right.
Right.
But there is help in case it's just too much of a job for you.
Exactly. There's programs out there that can help you with different phases of family life.
We were talking also about the children that get involved and how to qualify. What is it to the extent that you help disabled children, children that have some type of a disability? I mean, Head Start really is also geared for them as well.
Indeed. Anything from a speech delay, a developmental delay, if the child has an IEP, which is usually set up through the school, we will dually enroll with local school districts so that that child might get a part day at a school district with a little more specialized services, and then still be able to come to us for another part of the day so that they can end up getting a whole day of the education.
Because you do offer various different types of, let's say, levels of service, so to speak. I mean, some of it can be that the child doesn't come to a class, but is actually at a home and gets some home service as well. Or that maybe it is part-time, or it's year-round, or it's during the school year. I mean, you're able to tailor it to some families' needs.
Very much so, and that's a great thing about Head Start is they really want us to do what is best for our community. So when we devise our plan that we submit to Head Start, we really look at what does our community need. We do offer a home-based program, and like I said earlier, that's great for families maybe that are not too sure about that, maybe that first little one leaving the house quite yet, but they want to get that education started. So the teacher will actually come to the home and work with the parent and the child, so that also gives the parent the opportunity to be a part of that education.
Well, as you were pointing out, I mean, in so many different cases, if you're an only child, if you have no siblings, there may be absolutely no interaction maybe with other kids. So I mean, it is a chance to help develop not only educationally, but I would assume emotionally and socially.
Yes, and it's also good for the parents because especially the first child and even your second or third or fourth, you don't always know what is normal. So you might worry that your child is behind developmentally or not be aware that maybe there are certain milestones that your child should be reaching. And so the teachers that go in to work with the parents can really help with that too, kind of saying, here's what we look at, you know, here's where your child should probably be, these are the things we want to work on.
Well, I mean, do we see success stories? I mean, do you hear from some of these parents saying, oh, little Johnny came out of his shell because of Head Start, or little Susie really was ready for that first day of kindergarten?
Absolutely. You know, every month we submit success stories as an agency, and sometimes it's about what the parent has achieved, and sometimes it'll be something in the classroom that's a child's achieved that a teacher has taken note of and submitted on. So definitely there's success stories.
And let's be honest, I mean, there is statistics. I mean, there are studies that have shown the importance of Head Start and these preschool programs.
That's right, and even the transitioning to kindergarten every fall is a success of the whole number of students that transition.
Because, I mean, I was a kid of the 60s. My mom took care of me. You know,
Right.
the first day of school was actually the first day of kindergarten.
Right.
That's not the way society operates anymore.
That's right, so if that's your reality these days, you come in at a deficit.
Sad to say.
Generally speaking, maybe that's not but generally speaking, you're at a deficit because you're just not as socially aware as another child who's been involved in a daycare setting or an early preschool setting.
And I don't mean this in a bad way, but competition sometimes is good. You could see, you know, when a child is interacting with another child, that can help them learn a little bit more, a little bit faster. You can also see, oh, this person's doing this. Maybe, you know, Johnny needs more attention in that area.
And the great thing about our classrooms are all mixed age, so they're 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. So it gives the 3-year-olds the opportunity to look at those 5-year-olds who have maybe been in the program for a year or possibly 2 and see what they're able to do. So it gives them kind of something to strive for, and it gives the 5-year-olds the opportunity to kind of be leaders. So maybe they don't have any siblings at home, and there's some 3-year-olds that are new to the classroom, and these are the kids that can take their hand and say, hey, come over and play me. So it really gives them a chance on both ends of that spectrum to benefit from it.
Head Start also has a great part of its program is that it is not only education, but you're also keeping an eye on children's health, whether it's a dental or medical or, as we were saying, emotional. Tell me a little bit about that, because what a great service that is for a family that might be a little down on its luck. You don't want to skimp on a child's medical care.
Absolutely not. So medical and dental is a requirement from Head Start, and we will do everything we can to help a family get that. We will take families to appointments if necessary if they lack transportation. We provide hearing and vision screening. The great thing with that, we had one of our success stories a couple months ago was parents that we had vision screened their daughter and she failed, so they took her to an ophthalmologist and found out that she needed glasses at 4. So we were able to really give that kid an advantage because she's been walking around thinking everyone sees things blurry. and now finding out that there's a whole new world out there when you can see it correctly.
Yeah,
So,
and how many times have we heard that a child's fallen behind very early in their education, and it was because they had a hearing problem or a vision problem, and you had no idea?
absolutely.
So this makes a big difference in that way. You're also giving assessments throughout the child's development during Head Start, during the program, that you can also share with parents. So it is important to involve the parents in how well the child is doing.
Absolutely. We do developmental screenings, which help us catch if there's anything right off the bat, in which case that's when we work with the local school districts. We also share those with parents. We use a curriculum called Creative Curriculum, and there's a whole online web-based assessment that goes with that is shared with parents at conferences. And then we do social emotional screenings, and we have mental health consultants that come in and observe the classrooms. And if there are children that they think could use a little extra assistance, they will work with the families. They will provide meetings with the families to assist in any way they can.
Well, Mo, I mean, this is one of those programs that just seems to be, it's the basic safety net for families in America, but funding's always an issue with so many of the programs that you do. Explain to me Head Start funding. I mean, is it ever in crisis? Is it ever in jeopardy? Is it ever being cut on the ends?
Well, I think Head Start comes from a federal source.
Right.
And we know federal sources are not fixed
Limitless.
in stone,
Exactly.
right? So they are constantly being reviewed and voted upon and negotiated, and it's something we never take lightly. So, and in Illinois, with the minimum wage increasing, that adds another component over the next several years too, because at the federal level, they may or may not recognize that. So there's always these different things
in other words,
that
as
play.
far as an income minimum, or?
As far as a increase in funding.
I see.
So there's always these different factors at play of what the funding will cover and what it won't, and is it keeping pace with the costs that you know are going to increase. So we're watching that.
That is a big issue, I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, you have your last few moments here with me. Sorry. Give me your best pitch for the person who's thinking that maybe their child should be in Head Start but hasn't made that appointment or made the application yet.
What I can tell you is that there have been over 32 million children that have graduated from Head Start and went on to school. And we have not only helped those children, but the families. The best thing about Head Start is it's not just about the children, it's about making the entire family succeed.
And not only in urban areas like the cities in Western Illinois. Really, you want to point out that you have the openings in Kewaunee and in Kelowna and in other cities.
Yes, we have openings in our home-based program, our Kewaunee site, a few areas in Rock Island County. I do want to clarify that we do not serve the cities of Rock Island or Milan,
Right.
because they are served by another great Head Start program. So,
Okay. Very good. Marcia Siebold, Mo Hart, thank you both for joining us.
Thank
we really
you.
do
Thank you.
appreciate it
Yes.
so much.
And still to come, managing change. Why now may be one of the most important times for the heart of Bettendorf. But first, Laura Adams is finding out some of the best things you can do in the cities if you go out and about.
This is Out and About for August 19th through 25th. There are plenty of fundraisers to attend, including Over the Edge, benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters at the Hotel Blackhawk on August 24th. Or sign up for the Jordan Ron Forever Young 5K 1-mile race at Veterans Memorial Park in Atkinson, Illinois on the 24th, benefiting QC area foster families. Friendly House is holding their annual trivia night at the Knights of Columbus in Davenport on August 23rd starting at 6. Alternating Currents featuring over 50 artists and event in downtown Davenport from August 22nd to 25th. There's music, film, comedy, and more, and most venues are free. It's time for the 2019 Bishop Hill Chautauqua at Village Park in Bishop Hill, featuring reenactors playing Charles Darwin, Susan B. Anthony, George Washington Carver, and Bob Dylan on the 24th. And check out the exhibit The Neighborhood Within at the Quad City Arts through October 11th. It's Bee Awareness Day at Niabi Zoo August 24th. Experience the benefits of local honey, beekeeping practices, and how we can support our friends, the bees. Plus, there's River Bandits baseball and farmers markets in Geneseo, Port Byron, and downtown Davenport. While every Thursday in August, enjoy the best of the bootleggers at Circa 21 in downtown Rock Island. Plus, there's the hilarious interactive mystery Sheer Madness, where the audience picks the culprit. For more information, visit wqpt.org.
Thank you, Laura.
The Sweet Stock Music Festival wrapped up in East Moline last weekend. Among the performers was a Quad City musician who helped kick off the music on Friday and then opened up the concerts on Saturday at Murphy Park. But Charlotte Boyer also brought her unique talents to our stage at the Black Box Theater in Moline. Here's Charlotte Boyer with Free Like a Bird.
Fly, because I'd be the bravest bird in the sky. Whoa, I'd be free from all of my pain. Whoa, I'd be free to fly away. As I see the little children playing in the street, they all look so young, wild and free. That was exactly what I wanted to be. Live all my days young, wild and free. And now that I am free, I can spread my wings. No, there is no worrying for me. I feel like I'm a little kid again. Don't worry, my friend, I'll see you again. But just promise me you'll always give and love. Now you should follow this promise, it isn't tough. And I'll tell you this, you got to learn to love. See, you got to learn to give to those who got it rough. Now I'm sorry, friend, this is my time to go. Yeah, I've already told you all you need to know. Whoa, wouldn't it be nice if I could fly? Because I'd be the bravest bird in the sky. Whoa, I'd be free from all of my pain. Whoa, I'd be free to fly away. Yeah, I am free, I am free, I am free just like a bird. I am free, I am free, I am free just like a bird. I am free, I am free, I am free just like a bird. I am free, I am free, I am free just like a bird.
Charlotte Boyer with Free Like a Bird. Bettendorf's downtown is reinventing itself. It's in the midst of major changes thanks to the new Interstate 74 bridge that has brought major street improvements to the area and allowed some rundown sections of the city to be raised and redeveloped. Now Bettendorf is moving ahead with a new organization that will try to manage the growth to come. And joining us is Ryan Jancy, the executive director of the new Downtown Bettendorf organization, pretty much a part of the Chamber of Commerce. Is that not right?
Correct.
And let's be honest, is that, I mean, Bettendorf is trying to get an identity of its own. And this is a way that the Chamber is doing it because they have a Downtown Davenport Association.
Correct. Part of our pillars with the Chamber is the downtowns. And now I'm with Downtown Bettendorf, and I think you hit the nail on the head with the I-74 bridge. We were known as a sleepy downtown, and I think that's because of, I'm born and raised in the Quad Cities, and it's been the last 10, 15, 20 years they've been talking about a new bridge. We're seeing a new bridge go out there, and I've heard from the property owners that I work for down there that this is Downtown Bettendorf's second bite at the apple, if you will, to help recreate ourselves and add to what we think is a great downtown.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, downtown Bettendorf was two one-way streets that got you east and west.
You got that right.
But it's changed quite a bit. I mean,
That's right.
You have to underline the fact that Essentra is building its headquarters in downtown. How important is that alone as being almost the linchpin to a downtown development?
It's a crucial part of it. A nightlife, restaurants, living downtown is all what we want, but we also want some Class A offices. We want some people that are working in our downtown so they can help frequent some of these businesses that are down there too. One feeds off the other, if you will. People leave at night, go go off to, or are actually at home, living at home in their apartments. During the day, there are people working in downtown. We have a lot of activity, people walking around. We want to start capturing more of that, adding to it, and making sure that we are putting our best foot forward in downtown Bettendorf.
You know, being an old guy like me, I also remember that when Bettendorf was kind of outgrowing its city hall and the Eagle Food Store was closing up on Devil's Glen, the city actually thought of taking over that and moved City Hall there, but the city said, no, we're going to stay downtown. Is that the type of mindset you want to see in Bettendorf?
Most definitely, and I think I've built a great partnership already with city staff and the city administrator, and they want to see this downtown thrive. The river is a big part of our community. We want to start capturing some of that traffic that comes down to view our river, and make sure that when they stop in downtown Bettendorf that there's a whole gamut of activities for them to stop and see and experience.
Because you did point out residential, so you have the bridges, which is a major construction area. You've got government located. You've got headquarters. You've got hotels downtown.
Yep.
You have small businesses downtown.
Yep.
What does downtown Bettendorf now need?
I think you're going to see more of all the above. We have room on the west side of the bridge to continue to expand our downtown. People think of our downtown as just the east side of I-74. We have a whole nother area that's just ripe for development, and we've started to see some of that kicking the tires, if you will, because of this new I-74 bridge. The plan is to brand I-74 as the gateway into the Quad Cities, all the way from Interstate 80 to the airport. When people stop in our downtown and they go up on the new bridge, we're going to have an elevator that takes you up to the looking point. You'll be able to stand in the middle of the river, look at our beautiful Quad Cities, and then when they come back down that elevator, we want to make sure as downtown property owners that we are capturing that traffic and saying, hey, this is a great place not only to shop and visit, but it's also a great place to raise your family.
That is an interesting part about the I-74 bridge, is the plan for this elevator that basically can allow people with bikes to get up on the bridge and get over to the Moline side. But I mean, it also does tie in the bridge to your riverfront and the entire bicycle path that's in that area. Is that important to downtown Bettendorf, is not to ignore that riverfront?
I think most definitely you're starting to see that. The connectivity to the river, we want to celebrate that river. We want to have, again, capturing that traffic when it comes in. The river is a major part of who we are, and we want to start celebrating that and making sure that we're putting our best foot forward and that people are able to enjoy the river as much as it should be enjoyed.
Now, I pointed out like Essentra, and I pointed out some of the other new buildings, but I mean, you have like Alter that's down there, and the old Bettendorf Company building. I mean, they're
Correct.
all still down there. How important is it, and what have you gotten actually from the existing businesses that have been there for decades before Bettendorf really was becoming, let's say, the fourth of the Quad Cities?
Right. I guess what you're seeing is with the confirmation of the SMID district that we built down there, is that these property owners are hungry for this development. They've seen this bridge come through. They're seeing what it's going to do to their downtown, and so they want a seat at the table of how our downtown is going to move forward. For the SMID to be confirmed, I needed 25% of the population within that geographical map area to sign off on it. 58% of that population signed off on it. They are agreeing to take a tax on their business to help spring this downtown forward. That says a lot about where we are as a downtown and how hungry they are to see this development and to see this downtown grow.
And you touched upon it at the very beginning, is that when it comes to the Chamber of Commerce, if you think about it, each side of the river had its own Chamber of Commerce.
That's right.
Then they got merged into one big Chamber of Commerce, and now we're kind of seeing these subsects that are taking a look at the downtown areas of each of the communities. Why is that now a big focus for the Chamber?
I think what it gets back to is obviously the Chamber, we want to take care of our primary industries, right? We want to make sure John Deere, Arconic, the Rock Island Arsenal are thriving. My job is to make sure that we have a cool downtown entity as part of that. Where you work is a big part of your income, obviously, but you got to have quality of life issues, right? And so our downtowns have a lot to offer, and we want to make sure that we are helping people with their quality of life, building that quality, building that pride in your community, and you know, it's not a competition. It's not to see if Bettendorf can do better than Davenport. There's enough pie for everybody to have a slice of it to where we can all, you know, rising tide raises all ships, right?
Absolutely, and the Chamber has been really working on this 2030 concept of what the community is going to look like in about 10, 11 years from now.
Yep.
And you really did hit upon it, is that the Chamber has really repeatedly said that when it comes to bringing in new workers, bringing in young people to our area, you hit the nail on the head, was that you really want to go after the quality of life, the activities that are going on,
Yep.
the hip or interesting events that are there.
Yep, and we don't want to just concentrate on one entity, right? We want to look at the empty nesters. We want to look at the young professionals, the millennials. Well, we have enough for everyone in the Quad Cities to find that niche that they want, whether it's live music, fine dining. It's all there, and we can all work together to make sure that people are experiencing the Quad Cities and all that we have to offer.
Well, as we said, the Downtown Bettendorf organization, newly created.
Correct.
How do you see this thing progressing? What is it going to morph into?
So the next steps are to build a board of directors, which will be a lot of the steering committee coming on board. And I will look to them to say, what do we want our downtown to look like? You know, the first thing they wanted to do was, what's our brand? Well, we don't know what our brand is. We're starting to figure that out. So we want to continue to work with them, figure out, you know, we look at the Bridges Lofts, it's 100% occupied already. It's just built. We want to capture that, that group and say, hey, you know, they are empty nesters that maybe that are possibly living there. What kind of amenities do they want to see down there? Whether it's a smash park or something along those lines, more pickleball courts. What, you know, they're going to tell me what we need to do to grow down there. I get to be the cheerleader, if you will, and help make it all that it can be down there.
And you're going to get new offices in the Essentra building.
Correct.
So if somebody has to get a hold of you,
That's just, I'll be officed. I'm moving to Essentra today, the new Essentra building. It's their home office there. And that just shows the commitment that Essentra has to our downtown. Again, that gets back to the Class A offices and the people working downtown. Essentra is committed to our community. They've donated this office space to the Downtown Bettendorf organization because they want to see this downtown continue to grow and they want to be a part of that development.
Ryan Jancy, who is the executive director of the Downtown Bettendorf organization, thanks for joining us. We do appreciate everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
Well, WQPT has a commitment to military families in the cities. We call it Embracing the Military, and one of the last Every Time play groups is coming up next Thursday. The Arsenal Family Advocacy Program hosts the family get-together Thursdays for all active duty, National Guard, and Reserve military families. All you have to do is meet at Vanderveer Park Playground starting at 10 o'clock. On the air, on the radio, on the web, and on your mobile device. Thanks for taking time to join us as we talk about the issues on the cities.
A proud supporter of this program, Riverbend Food Bank's vision is a hunger-free Iowa and Illinois.
Whelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematory has been serving Quad City families since 1889. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes are located in Rock Island, Milan, and Reynolds and are proud supporters of WQPT.